Hey everybody, some more Evercade news that some of you may be aware of, but I thought I'd give you my 2 cents as well. First of all, the Evercade EXP limited edition, the replacements for all the stolen units for people like myself have been shipped. From what I understand, I got a notification via email that mine is on the way. Of course, it's coming from across the pond, so it might take a while. I'm expecting and hoping to get mine in April. They also announced new cartridges. I'll get to that in a second, but also I thought this was interesting and honestly kind of cool. They announced how to spot potentially a stolen unit on a third party seller like eBay, which of course they don't have to do because they don't really get any money from third party sellers, resellers, that kind of thing. So I thought it was nice of them to let the community know some of the changes they made. Now, for the European market, there wasn't any changes because that part of the stock didn't get stolen. So they went ahead and shipped it. But they did send via email digital certificates. So if you are buying secondhand, you want to see if the seller has the certificate. Might be able to be faked. I don't know. I haven't seen the certificate, but at least it's something. Now, for the rest of the world, so we're talking the UK, the US, everybody else. Here's the two boxes. This was the original. You have kind of a game select screen. I think some of the titles over here have been shuffled, but on the revised box art, so this is not stolen for sure, you have this little seal of quality, and you can see that the screenshot is different. I actually like this better. They said the units themselves cosmetically look identical. They didn't want to do anything that made the people in Europe who got a legitimate unit feel like they missed out on something. The one change they did make is they made the cartridge slot a little bit bigger. So that's how you can kind of tell if you're just like on eBay and looking for the limited edition EXP. Most of them, they said, will be sold in the UK. That's where they were stolen from. But here in the States, you never know. Some might get through. All right, so let's talk about the two new cartridges. So we have Pico Interactive Collection 3, and this is going to have 10 games. Kind of excited about this one. So you have the 32-bit 3D platformer 40 Winks, which has, from what I understand, a little bit of a cult following. Zero Tolerance, if you owned a Sega Genesis, you might be familiar with this game. Legend of Wukong, which I believe is like an RPG kind of game. Stanley, The Search for Dr. Livingston, I believe that was an NES title. Super Bubble Pop. I think someone said this is a Neo Geo game, but I'm not sure. Metal Mech, Man and Machine. I'm interested in checking that game out. Radical Bikers, Motor City Patrol, which was a Matchbox game. Punch King, so that's a GBA boxing game. I think it's, a little bit like Super Punch Out, but not really. And then Sword of Sodan from the Sega Genesis, which is notoriously bad. It's a bad game, but you know what? It's kind of interesting to see some of these bad games included. And let's find out the other new game that they announced that's going to be coming. So the release is going to be in May. So it's going to be a little while until we get them, but I'm guessing pre-orders will open up soon. So let's talk about the Team 17 collection. These are Amiga games from Team 17. I am not familiar with this, so I'm kind of interested in checking this out. So we have Full Contact. Looks like a fighting game. Alien Breed Special Edition. Body Blows, another fighting game. We have Project X Special Edition. Quack. Alien Breed 2. Alien Breed Tower Assault. So if you like Alien Breed games, you got a lot going on. Arcade Pool. ATR All-Terrain Racing. And then I'm a sucker for bowling games, so I want to check this out. Kingpin Arcade Sports Series Bowling. So I think I like these. This is a bunch of like off the wall kind of stuff. A lot of stuff I'm not familiar with. And also they also announced that they released the final firmware update for the original handheld. So if you have the original handheld, you're going to want to get that final firmware update. Let's see. It says that this is compatible with all Evercade systems running firmware 3.0.x and above. Please update your software. So if you have like a handheld, you may need to update it if you're going to play collections like this. And I believe eventually some future cartridges may not be compatible with the original handheld. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I think that may be the case. So anyways, that's a little bit Evercade news and updates and a little bit of my reaction. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you next time.